The news has sent shockwaves through the Roloff fan community. Caryn Chandler, longtime partner of Matt Roloff and one of the most polarizing figures in Little People, Big World, is facing the unthinkable, a 6-month jail sentence tied to jaw-dropping allegations that she stole nearly $900,000. For years, viewers have speculated about Caryn's role in the Roloff empire, but this is a scandal no one saw coming. Fans are stunned, outraged, and divided. Some say they always had their suspicions. Others can't believe the woman who stood by Matt's side could be involved in something so destructive. And now, the fallout doesn't stop there. Rumors are swirling that Matt Roloff himself may be considering the ultimate break, divorce, as the weight of betrayal and public scrutiny threatens to tear apart the foundation of both his personal life and his legacy. This isn't just about money. It's about trust. It's about betrayal. And most of all, it's about the Roloff name, the empire built over decades now being dragged into scandal. Today, we're diving deep into the shocking case of Caryn Chandler's alleged $900,000 theft, her looming jail time, and how this bombshell has shaken the Roloff family to its core. Hello viewers, welcome back to my channel. For Roloff family latest news update, please subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon. When news first broke that Caryn Chandler was accused of stealing nearly $900,000, fans of Little People, Big World were left in complete shock. Caryn, who has long been seen as Matt Roloff's partner and a central figure on the farm, suddenly found herself at the center of a financial scandal that no one saw coming. According to reports, the accusations stem from a series of financial transactions traced back over several years. Investigators alleged that Caryn used her position of influence to siphon money from accounts connected to business operations, personal funds, and even shared ventures that involved the Roloff brand. What initially seemed like small, unexplained amounts quietly added up over time, until the final tally revealed a staggering $900,000 shortfall. The timeline of events paints a clearer picture. Allegations suggest that the first irregularities surfaced more than a year ago, when discrepancies in farm financial records caught the attention of auditors. At first, they appeared minor, easily overlooked bookkeeping errors. But as experts dug deeper, a pattern of systematic misappropriation became undeniable. The fraud, they claim, spanned months, if not years, before it came crashing into the public eye. Fans have been divided in their reactions. Many never expected Caryn, often portrayed as warm and supportive on the show, to be capable of such a scheme. Some longtime viewers even defended her, insisting that she was being scapegoated in a larger family feud. Others, however, weren't so surprised. They pointed out that Caryn has had her share of past controversies. Critics have accused her of being too controlling in Matt's life, opportunistic in her relationship with him, and even a source of conflict between Matt and his children. But even with those criticisms, this scandal feels like a turning point. What might once have been dismissed as family drama has now escalated into a serious legal matter. The court ruling was swift and decisive. After reviewing evidence and testimony, the judge handed down a 6-month jail sentence. While some might see 6 months as lenient given the scale of the alleged theft, it still carries weight. Caryn, a reality TV figure used to life in the public eye, will now face incarceration, something no one thought possible just months ago. For many fans, this sentence represents not only the consequences of her actions, but also a dramatic fall from grace. What makes the situation even more intense is that the scandal doesn't just affect Caryn. It has ripple effects for Matt Roloff, the Roloff family legacy, and the public's trust in everything associated with Little People, Big World. The fallout from Caryn Chandler's scandal has left no one more affected than Matt Roloff himself. For years, Caryn wasn't just his partner. She was his closest confidant, someone who stood beside him through both personal and business battles. But the shocking allegations of a $900,000 theft and her eventual 6-month jail sentence have shaken Matt to the core. According to insiders, Matt has been struggling emotionally, torn between feelings of betrayal and disbelief. Many close to the couple say he never saw this coming, making the scandal all the more painful. To understand the weight of this moment, it's important to look back at Matt and Caryn's relationship history. Caryn originally worked as a manager on Roloff Farms, and over time, her bond with Matt grew into something deeper. Their romance became official after his divorce from Amy, and while fans were divided, Matt seemed genuinely happy with her. They shared plans for the future, including possibly building a dream home together on the farm. But now, the trust they built appears shattered, and this scandal may be the breaking point. Rumors are swirling about whether Matt has already filed for divorce, or if he's preparing to. Reports suggest that legal teams have been quietly involved, and while Matt hasn't made a public statement confirming a split, sources close to the Roloffs hint that separation is very likely. Divorce would not only end their relationship, but could also complicate business matters, especially if Caryn still has any stake in Roloff Farms operations. And that brings us to the farm itself, a central character in this family saga. Roloff Farms has already been the source of major drama, from disputes over which children should inherit it to public backlash when parts of the land were put up for sale. If Matt decides to move forward with a divorce, questions about ownership and management will rise again. Could Caryn's scandal push Matt to finally let go of the farm altogether? Or will he cling to it as a way of preserving his legacy after such a personal blow? Of course, Matt isn't facing this storm alone. Amy Roloff and the kids have also been pulled into the drama. While Amy has had her own rocky history with Matt and Caryn, some reports suggest she feels sympathy for Matt during this ordeal. After all, she knows firsthand how devastating betrayal can be. The Roloff children, Zach, Jeremy, Molly, and Jacob, have reportedly had mixed reactions. Some want to protect their father, while others believe this scandal proves why Caryn was never a good fit for the family. Ultimately, Matt now finds himself at a crossroads, caught between rebuilding his life after this scandal or letting it completely redefine him. Fans are watching closely, wondering not just what will happen to his relationship with Caryn, but what it will mean for the future of the Roloff legacy. As the dust begins to settle, one of the most important questions being raised isn't just about Caryn and Matt, it's about little people, big world itself. The scandal has ignited fiery debates across social media, with fans splitting into two very different camps. On one side, there's a wave of sympathy, supporters who say everyone makes mistakes and that Caryn deserves a chance to rebuild. They argue that the Roloffs have lived their lives under constant scrutiny for nearly 2 decades, and that sometimes the pressure of reality TV fame can push people into poor choices. These fans are urging forgiveness, insisting the show would feel incomplete without Caryn's presence. But then, there's the backlash. A significant number of fans feel betrayed, claiming Caryn's actions reflect deeper issues of greed, dishonesty, and entitlement. Some are calling her a bad influence on Matt, pointing to years of tension with Amy Roloff and the rest of the family. Online petitions and hashtags have even begun to circulate, with calls for TLC to cut ties immediately, to protect the Roloff brand, and preserve the show's credibility. This raises the pressing question: what does TLC do now? Historically, the network has taken strong action when scandals threaten its reputation. We've seen this with stars from 19 Kids and Counting, Here Comes Honey Boo Boo, and even Kate+8. In those cases, personal scandals weren't just damaging to the individuals, they were viewed as toxic to the entire network's image. TLC has shown that while it thrives on drama, there are lines it won't allow its stars to cross without consequences. So, could Caryn be written out of the show entirely? If TLC believes her presence is too controversial, that's a very real possibility. The challenge, however, is that Caryn has become central to Little People, Big World. She isn't just Matt's partner, she's been a regular part of storylines, the future of Roloff Farms, and the ongoing family drama that keeps fans tuning in. Removing her would fundamentally change the narrative direction of the series. And then comes the larger dilemma. Could the show survive such a shakeup? Ratings in recent years have already declined compared to the early days, with many fans saying the magic of the Roloffs isn't what it used to be. Without Caryn, and with growing family tensions, Little People, Big World may face an identity crisis. Some speculate this scandal could even push TLC to consider ending the series altogether, letting it quietly fade out rather than risk dragging its name through further controversy. The broader issue here is how reality TV fame interacts with personal scandals. When people invite cameras into their homes, they're not just showing audiences their lives. They're also exposing every flaw to magnified scrutiny. What may have once been a private mistake is transformed into a public reckoning. And for networks like TLC, these scandals often force a balancing act between drama that drives ratings and controversy that can damage their brand. The Caryn Chandler scandal may just be the latest example of this tug-of-war. At its heart, it's about more than one person's mistake. It's about the risks of building an empire on reality TV, where fame, family, and personal choices collide under the spotlight, and the fallout can last far longer than the cameras ever roll. When Caryn eventually serves her 6-month jail sentence, the big question becomes, what's next for her? Reality TV stars have rebounded from controversy before, but Caryn's case is different. It's not just a scandal, it's a conviction. Rebuilding her public image will take more than a few apologies. She'll have to demonstrate accountability, show genuine remorse, and potentially step away from the limelight altogether if she ever hopes to regain even a fraction of the trust she once had. Fans are divided. Some believe everyone deserves a second chance, while others say this is the end of her public career for good. Another looming question is whether Matt and Caryn could ever reconcile. With divorce reports swirling and trust seemingly shattered, reconciliation appears unlikely. Matt has already been portrayed as devastated by the betrayal, and rebuilding a romantic relationship after something this severe might be impossible. At best, they could work towards some form of cordial coexistence, especially if legal and financial ties force them to remain connected. But for many fans, the marriage is over, and the divorce is simply the final confirmation of what's already true in practice. The financial future of Roloff Farms also hangs in the balance. Losing nearly $900,000 is no small matter, and the farm has already been through years of turbulence, failed sales, family disagreements, and public scrutiny. Matt must now decide whether to hold on and rebuild, or consider selling more of the property to recover from the blow. For fans, Roloff Farms isn't just land, it's the symbol of the Roloff family legacy. But after so much drama, that legacy feels more fragile than ever. Looking ahead, predictions for the Roloffs as a family brand are mixed. Some think the scandal will permanently damage their reputation, making it harder for TLC or any network to continue supporting them. Others believe the Roloffs' ability to bounce back from crisis after crisis might actually keep viewers tuning in. Reality TV, after all, thrives on drama. What's clear is that the Roloffs are at a crossroads. Whether they crumble under the weight of this scandal or find a way to rise above it will define not just their family, but the future of little people, big world. As we wrap up this deep dive, the fallout couldn't be clearer. Caryn Chandler, once seen as Matt Roloff's loyal partner, is now serving 6 months in jail after the shocking $900,000 theft scandal. Matt, blindsided by betrayal, is rumored to be filing for divorce, a decision that could reshape not just his personal life, but the entire future of Roloff Farms. For years, little people, big world has shown us the highs and lows of this family's journey. But what we're witnessing now may be their most dramatic and heartbreaking chapter yet. The Roloff legacy, already strained by years of family feuds and business disputes, is now more uncertain than ever. And so, we're left asking, can the Roloffs survive this storm? Or has the very foundation of their family been shaken beyond repair? With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.